going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, Journeyman. Today we play one of our old teams, Lombard, Pápa Termál, and then we play MTK Budapest. So we're playing Lombard, Pápa Termál in the Cup, and we're going to play MTK Budapest in the league. If eagle-eyed viewers of you will have noticed that we also got offered the Hungarian job. So we're the Hungary manager as well. They got knocked out of their qualification group, finishing 4th. We did see that they weren't great. They lost they drew with Moldova and Gibraltar twice. So, 2 defeats to Italy, Austria, and then Argentina. Albania beating them. Wasn't a great time. So we've, my club of Emi had 16 goals. Ireland went undefeated. What the fuck? No wonder they weren't looking for a new manager. 16 goals for my club of Emi. Oh my god. 16 whoa. Michael Buffemi is he's looking good. So we were offered the job. I took it, obviously. Why wouldn't I? But since we were here last in the Depression and Budapest Honvéd games, we then went and got beaten by the team that got promoted with us last season, Shakvari. We were terrible against them. We were so bad. But then we beat Ferencváros 3-1. Kleber with a penalty, Giorgio Thot and Lorenzi all scoring. I can't explain it. I don't understand what happened. But because of the results, we are sitting 2nd in the league. 4 points behind Videothon. 3 points ahead of Ferencváros. So it's okay. In the league, we're going to be playing against the team bottom, so that'll be fun. Finance-wise, we are hemorrhaging money. We are losing. We're 3 days into the month. We've already lost nearly 72k. It's not going well. Financially, Europe is a must for next season if we're to not fall into severe financial issues. Squad-wise, because it's a Lombard Pápa Termál that are struggling in the league as well, might I add. They are currently 2nd bottom in their division. What am I trying to do? What am I doing? I am all over it. It's like I'm drunk. They're sitting 15th in their division. 4 wins, 2 draws, 11 defeats so far. There is very few players still at the club from when we were there. But this is how we're lining up. Because I don't think Lombard Pápa Termál are going to give us too much of an issue. We have Gabriel Henrique, who is essentially our cup goalkeeper now. He is in goal for this one. Svitkasi and Silva are starting as our wing backs. Thot and Fernandez are going to just continue their partnership as our central defence partnership. They are fantastic. Fugete and Fargish as our central midfielders. Chalet and the Mask are going to play as our wide men. Lorenzi is going to be in support of Argelain. I think this team has enough about it to win regardless. We are resting plenty of players. So, like our first choice goalkeeper, both wing backs, or Mazzella, our left winger and our right winger, aren't playing this game. But we have one of the best strikers in the division also playing. So, winning this fairly comfortably. They don't really care about that. I'm going to give them all a bit of passion. See if I can get them Okay, yeah. Everyone bar the goalkeeper is enjoying a bit of green. One of the first questions I was asked when I took over the job as Hungary manager was, are we going to see Dorogi players making getting the opportunity to play in the national team? And I said, if they're good enough, then yes. I've already... Oh my god, we're losing. 30 seconds in, we're losing to our old club. But yeah, Lorenzi has been called up, and the mask is already an international. So the two of them are in the team as it is. Gabor Toth is... Argelane's got himself a goal. Toth is in the under 21s, so I'm going to leave him there for a while because we still have... He's not quite international ready. But Argelane dinks it in. Fernandez gets the header just over 2-pack, but it was going to go wide. So we've done well here. Argelane's through again. 2-pack stops him. There's a few players in this team that were there when we were in charge. Balint Yona, he was there and then left and came back this season, I think. I had a look to see. Him and 2-pack are players that were there when we were there. I don't recognise any of the other names, so I'm going to assume none of them are the players that we managed. Originally, it was saying that they played 4-2-3-1, so I thought maybe they were continuing, or they were going to line up the same way we are, but it seems as though they're not actually doing that, and they're just playing with a flat 4-4-2. Gonna give the lads a bit of passion. Got what it takes. The fact that we went in at halftime 1-1 is frightening, because this isn't a bad team. I just think that we had an interesting start. Forget it's put Argelane through, and Argelane's hit some form this season. Oh, he is just spicy so far. Yeah, in terms of the Hungarian job, you're not going to see anything to do with Hungary unless it gets to a major international tournament, and then it's just going to be a case of we'll only show the games in the tournament. We're not going to look at qualifiers and stuff, because I don't think that's... Unless that's something you want to see. If you want to watch us manage games in qualifiers as well, like the World Cup qualifiers or the Euro qualifiers or whatever, if you want to see it, let me know. I have no problem in showing you, because it just means that instead of me having to play it offline, I can make an episode of it, and we can bring back Hungary for success, where we made it to a Euros or a World Cup every year bar one. And that one year, we ended up leaving and went to manage the Republic of Ireland, who were shocking. If you haven't watched that series, I would highly recommend going back and watching my FM19 Hungary for Success series. It was a short enough series. I think it was 49 episodes. But our time with Ireland was interesting. Argelane's through, and 2-pack manages to just push it wide. If we get out with the corner, back post to Fernandez, doesn't get there, and the cleared ball manages to come back to us. Like I said, disappointed that we're not destroying Lombard, Pápa, Termál. The only reason I brought you back was because I was expecting it to be a nice, fun, easy game. Toth wins the ball, doesn't know what to do with it when he gets there. Lorenzi! Oh, how did that not go in? How did that not go in? I want some VAR. Can we get some VAR? No? Okay. Fugete. Fernandez makes it 3. And he's going to come straight off because he's dying. We only have one centre-back on the bench. That's ideal. It's exactly what you want. One centre-back on the bench. Schley is having a poor game, so we're going to bring it on as Mianic, who I think this is only like his second game since we brought in our Finnish monster to play on the right wing. He's just fallen off the face of the earth. I'd forgotten he actually was at the club until he came to me saying he wanted more first team football. And I was like, oh yeah, forgot you exist. Oh, Susan's just come on. I can't believe Susan is still playing for Lombard Pápa Termál, because she wasn't very good when I joined, or like when she joined while I was there, and somehow she's managed to carve out a bit of a career for herself. So well done Susan. The mask doesn't quite get that one cross, and the Russian kid gives away, and Susan, I wasn't sure which Russian kid we had playing. Semenov. Who do we want to make a change? The mask is playing poor, so we might as well bring on Tamas Kiss. If Nandor Tamash was still at the club, he would have started on the left wing, but instead the mask did, and the mask has just been very poor this season. And I feel like my bias towards him, because I am the Dorogi manager, is probably the only reason he'd actually make it into the Hungarian national team. So I have to put that aside and remember that he's struggling this year. Although I think if we don't play him, it's going to make him angrier with me. And we tried so hard to keep him happy, and now all of a sudden I'm like, We did get a bit of money for that. Argelain gets man of the match, player of the match. Delightful, fantastic. You're not going to be able to afford him, so we're still making quite a loss. Right, we'll be back for the MTK Budapest game in just a second. We have some friendlies coming up in January. Yay! We have a cup draw. We'll find out who we're playing in the next round just before the MTK Budapest game. So we will be back in just a second, chat. Don't go anywhere. Right, we're back now for the game against MTK Budapest. In between the Lombard Pápa Termál game and this one, as Mialic picked up an injury. Makes no difference, he was never going to start this game. Anyway, this is how we line up. We go back to what is more expected of us this season. Polyak in goal, Dunjerski and Kirko Babic as our wingbacks, Tot and Fernandez as our centre-backs, Fugete and Kleber as our central midfield, Soisalo and Kiss as our wide men, Lorenzi in behind Argelain. Let's go smash some faces. The media reckon we're going to absolutely dominate this game. I'd like to think that we're going to do that too. I go out and give the media a worthy display. I'm going to just make sure that everyone is super happy, because some of these lads had a game off when we played against Lombard Pápa Termál, so we need to make sure that they get back in. And just, if Kirko Babic picks up a yellow card, he's going to miss the next game. Thankfully, the left back that played in the last game, whose name I do not remember, the Ukrainian fella, he is definitely a good enough player to step in and take his position. So I'm not overly worried about the left back position now. Fernandez just heads over. Whereas at the start of the season, when Kirko Babic was injured and we were having to play Kovic, that scared me because he's not very good. As you might remember from his 2 displays, he was terrible. I feel like I'm going to just change the Ukrainian left back's name to Sally or something something I'm going to remember. Because it's like Saliva or Saliva. Arglen puts Kiss through and Kiss puts it wide. One thing we definitely need is a better left winger. The Mask is good. He's not someone I really want to be playing out there consistently. But Tamás Kiss is really struggling this year. I saw Toth picked up a knock, so we're going to bring on Teddy, what you doing for him. We're going to move Kiss back to being an inverted winger because he's not doing it. It's just like we've two left wingers on the bench. Volkov is fine. It's acceptable as a left winger. He's not a player I really want to be playing. He's on loan as well, so I'd prefer to play one of our own players. Like, there are some players I don't mind playing as first team players. The two Russian centre backs, I'm not 100% sold on, because I think our centre backs that we have are better. Like Teddy, what you doing, Fernandez and Tot are without a doubt my first three. I don't necessarily play them. Dunjierski scored an own goal. I don't necessarily play them that way. I do bring the Russian kids on every now and again, but that's more so because we're paying them so much money. Which, when you think about it, that might be a bad idea, because it just means the director of football is like, oh, well, but he's playing them, so we just keep signing them. No, it's not. No, please stop signing very expensive loan signings that I have no interest in actually playing. So we have the Mask coming on for Tamás Kiss, because of how poor he's been playing. We're going to go very attacking. I'm going to tell the lads push forward. So we're running out of time. We're going to go just a bit more direct. And it's pressing forward for the Mask. We're going to bring Burzy on for Soisalo. Put Burzy up there as an advance forward as well. Kleber, I'm going to move you to attack. Actually, I'll leave you there. Kirko Babic, you're going to go on attack, and Dunierski, also complete wing back, on attack. We're basically leaving three at the back, and we're going to play with pretty much every... actually, do you know what? Just be a centre midfielder on attack. Same with you. The 2v. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Two centre midfielders on attack. Go out there. We should encourage the players to play shorter passing. No. Dunjierski, who, to be fair, you can't really fault him for the goal. I feel like that was just unfortunate. And then Teddy, what are you doing? Give us away a penalty. Can Poljak save and get the ball up the field fast enough? He does save it, and Kleber clears. That's Stephen Dunn. Interesting. Stephen Dunn. Really want him to play for Hungary because he's good. He refuses. He wants to play for Ireland. That simply was not good enough. We were atrocious in that game. Kirko Babic did not pick up a booking, which is delightful. But that's our second defeat of the season now in the league. Our third defeat. Fogere strained wrist ligaments, and Toth has picked up a thigh injury. So Fogere is not going to be back. Toth will. Teddy, what are you doing? Is suspended for the next game. Speaking of, when are we going to come back? Oh yeah, we drew Dioschiori for the fourth round of the cup. Ideally, we'll win that, but we have them next actually in the league. Interesting. I think we come back for the second leg and Debrecen. Although we did just play Debrecen in an episode recently. I think we come back for Debrecen, or not Debrecen, Dioscuri and Satvari in the second leg of the Cup and in the league, because I want us to get further in the Cup than we did last year. And I think this is the round we got knocked out in last year. It is this one we got knocked out by Videothon. This year, oh. I can feel it in my toes. I feel it. Oh. Unfortunately, that gives Videothon the chance to run away, and Ferencvárosi have an opportunity to pull points back on us. Unless Puskás can stop them. Puskás can stop them. I can't see that happening. And Ferencvárosi play Honvéd. I don't think they're going to stop them either. So I think by the end of the 15th round of games, I'm 99% confident we're going to be third in the league. But the board are delighted because they expect us to avoid relegation. We're currently sitting second. We've been top for 3 games. I think tactical genius has bestowed themselves upon you, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. Please do. That really helps the growth of this channel. And I can bestow more knowledge upon you. The more people that are watching me, the more people will learn how to be the greatest tactical geniuses in the world. Nobody would beat me as a tactical genius, but they'll be better tactically as well. So, don't do it for me. Do it for everyone else. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!